What is up, everyone? Another video in this series. Brought to 2K IO. 15s or higher, at least a +1 chest. This is a 16 motherload, +1 chest, Discipline Priest PoV. Again, I quickly briefed through this video. I was watching something on the side, the recording came into this recording, so I will have sound off again. So it's going to be me and my beautiful voice, and the tunes I usually put on my video that apparently is copyrighted, but it's free on my Photos or Windows Photos app that I do my editing on. It's not blows, but I just want to get content out there and hopefully just gain viewers that way, gain subscribers. That'd be cool. But yeah, so 16 motherload +1 chest. Here's it real quick. I show my neck piece, world vein, well of existence, spirit preservation, and visions of perfection. This is not what I run currently. 472 item level. Alright, let's just see. What else do I do? Did I show anything? Nah, sick. Good job, dude. Nailed it. Yeah. It didn't show the gear though. So this is actually Metro Hehe is my guild leader. One Azeroth TV on YouTube. He does a lot of really good content on YouTube, streams on YouTube. Been watching it for a long time. Switched over from Shadow Moon to Fire Tree to join his guild to hopefully help him out with his mythic rating. And of course, when I do that, the my work times change and I can't like attend a single raid, which kind of, I think I actually attended one or two out of a while. I've been in the guild for a little while. Been a long time viewer. Quickly briefed on my talents. My talents look like shit also. This running Twist of Fade. This must be, I think this is another Grievous video. Grievous Sanguine. But yeah, old UI down here. Not a fan. Yeah. Quick talents, yeah. Twist of Fade, yeah. Yeah, there goes everything. Yeah, there's all old stuff. This is again another, probably 2 weeks old, I would imagine. But yeah, Metro Hehe, one Azeroth TV on YouTube. He streams, don't exactly remember his schedule, but it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, I believe. From usually like 11 to noon, 11 noon start time till about 4 in the afternoon. He did get alpha content or alpha access, so he's doing double streams each day that he is streaming usually. If there's a new patch for alpha, really good stuff. So if you guys want to check out his channel, One Azeroth TV on YouTube, and support him. He didn't tell me to do this or anything. It's good stuff. He provides good stuff that I enjoy, and if anyone's watching this that likes watching Mythic Plus, then you'll enjoy what he has to do because he does a lot of Mythic Plus on his streams and pugs pretty much everything. Here, Muffin Stomp is another guild member of ours. So this is 3 of 5 guildies. And he is streaming, actually, I was watching his stream in the background, but that's why I wanted to mute it. So no game sound again. Do we get West here? Don't think we do, but yeah, okay, so this is still that Talzar video I just posted. Sanguine, Grievous, Fortified. It's actually funny that, so when he is streaming, he does have like his viewers like helping out with keys. It's not really help, but like join if you guys want to. I kind of saw it as like, you know, I want to prove myself, I guess. Not really prove myself, I guess not right the right way to put it. But I sent him a video of me doing a 14 of Talzar that he put on his channel, that he's kind of like, I'll watch this and give you guys my point of view if you want. So I did, and he pointed out that I should use cooldowns more often. He's not a Discipline Priest or a priest like in general, like at all. But that's just good tips to have as a player, is don't sit on your cooldown for that oh shit moment, because when that oh shit moment comes, maybe your cooldown is not as good as you think it is. But if you use your cooldowns more often, those oh shit moments you might never see because you're using your cooldowns properly. But yeah, so I saw he was doing this at the time. I'm like, hey, no, I want to heal. And he's doing not an undergear druid, but he's a blood death knight main. So there's another thing. He does awesome stuff. He does alt tanks like this, or plays alts and does that for this whole stream. He plays on alts. Really good stuff. Like, one of the better things I think he's done, or one of the things I enjoyed more, was his last season's no essence challenge on a brewmaster monk, a fresh brewmaster monk too, I believe it was. He timed to 15, literally no essence on his deck, where that was the rage last season, was to, oh, I don't have my best and slot essence, my character's literally unplayable, like how Blizzard needs to fix this right away, this game's so unplayable, blah blah blah. He got tired of hearing it. I also got tired of hearing it. So he went forth and did it. It was really good stuff. But yeah, so this is kind of the new standard for Motherlode, is take that first obelisk, do this first few pulls, take the obelisk to the boss room, do the boss first, lust it. We called for lust early, but it's a fortified and not a tyrannical, so kind of better play on these weeks is you can maybe do a double pull in 4 to 5 weeks and use your lust there instead of on bosses. That's always dungeon to dungeon basis, but so we would have lusted there the very first pull just to get it on cooldown. Do this boss without a lust, which is no big deal because if you do the mechanics properly here, you kick the bombs into the boss and the boss takes more damage, so we do more damage. So it's not too big with not having lust here. And then as we're circling back around to clear up all this trash, we would have lust again for another pull. But we didn't get our lust. Whatever. But it's kind of standard. Do this, boss, and then backtrack and clear a lot of the trash that we just skipped with the obelisk. Here, static pulse. Do I get it off in time? Okay, I got it off in time. So my healing did not spike there. It did. It went from like 16, 17 to 30k. But with Rapture, it would have went up a lot more. That's good. I'm glad I did that. Here I should be Rapture. This is me sitting on cooldowns again. Okay, I did Rapture on time. So not everyone got their powered shield raptured. That makes sense. Did not get their boosted powered shield. Because I was spamming regular powered shield and my powered radiance, I then thought of a genius idea to rapture. Oops, excuse me. So static pulse, it's an AoE. AoE to the whole group. That's cool. I missed the kick. It's sometimes hard clicking, I guess. But yeah, that's. Damn it! I didn't know that paladin did that much damage. Holy crap! But yeah, static pulse. Get your atonements out before this hits, and prosper. I spent so much gold this week. Oh man, I spent so much gold on Sugar Crusted Fish Feast. Price gouged me. The auction house did, and whoever's. They probably made a shit ton off of me. They got not for one person or one sitting, but in total I think I spent about 80k gold on Sugar Crusted Fish Feast. And that hurt me more because when I would drop it, players just neglect it and just keep on running, and I'm like, okay, you're actually slowing it down by waiting for me to heal you instead of healing yourself in like 2 seconds, is where it takes me like 5 to 7 to heal off a 4 stack of Grievous. These weeks are just... Maybe I'll DPS them next time, I don't know. I really do enjoy the challenge. And it is nice getting those players who do use your Sugar Crusted Fish Feast. Like, that feels great. Oh, you know, maybe the next when that Grievous comes around again, lead my own key. If someone doesn't eat, I'll freaking, alright, I'm done here. You guys want to eat the freaking feast? I don't mind depleting my key. We'll see. Oh man, if I had the proper UI, we'd be able to see if Paladin had Word of Glory. I mean, he did 10k healing there, so I think he does have Word of Glory. Either that or he's had a big selfless healer heal on himself. Don't quite remember. I'm pretty sure he did have Word of Glory. Yeah, I'm like 98% sure, because if he did not, then there's a good chance he would not be in this group, because this was Metro's key, and I'm glad I just stood in that. Like watching this video, I looked down at the orange thing, I'm like, okay, this thing's about to hit me. It's funny what you'll see of a recording of yourself. That's why all these athletes doing professional do it. You learn from watching yourself play. Oh yeah, the Paladin would not be in the group because Metro's pretty good. If you don't have like the talents or the ability to help out the team in 5-man content, then like if you didn't bring it already and you're getting asked to switch to it, it's probably a very high likelihood that you're not going to use it during the key because you don't normally run it. So that's like a nice little kick to the curb. Find another player. Thanks for coming. How long is this video? 28 minutes? Not too bad. Just me watching this with no game sound is making me bored. It's not really good promotion of my content, but it's just honest, right? Like, good thing in the final productions there is like music to listen to when I'm not talking. But oh gosh, trying to do the voiceover of this right now is like, maybe let's fast forward a few parts. Look at that, look at this Well of Existence ball doing nothing for me. Nothing. So many better plays. So actually Well is not bad for Grievous, because if the player drops, I think it's below 50%, like that big old ball of healing is gonna snipe to that person, whoever needs it, as long as they're getting healed by you. So that's very useful to have in a week like this. So that's actually, I take that one back, that's not bad to have. It's just not doing anything, which is good. But that's what I was going with that. It's good that it's not doing anything. It's kind of like a dead talent, or a dead trait for me right now. Did it do anything there for me? It did a little, well, maybe it didn't do anything. So right now, like in hindsight, like yeah, I would change it to something probably more DPS oriented. But it's still just like nice to have that in your back pocket, I guess, so to speak. But having that and Twisted Fate's kind of like double dipping, where maybe I didn't need it. But the reason I ran Twisted Fate on this one and the last video, the Tall Desire, is because it is Grievous. Like right here, maybe someone will dip and I'll proc, but Schism will help me get out of that too, just as easily as Twisted Fate. And if you're like getting procs of your Twisted Fate, it's, how do I put it? It's not like, in some instances it is good to have, and there's just sometimes you can't avoid it. But if you're getting like a lot of Twisted Fate uptime, you might want to check like what your team is doing. You get the proc like 35% health, which kind of blows. Like it's good that it's a good like oh shit thing to have. So if you're learning Discipline, that's considered like the safe way to go versus Schism. So if you're brand new to Discipline, Schism or Twisted Fate's a safe way, and then also Shadow Covenant's more safe than Sins of the Many. Because a lot of people who come to Discipline or think of healers that think, oh shit, that person took damage, let me click this button to do healing. And that's what Shadow Covenant is, where Sins of the Many is just like a passive that does more damage. And if you bring you to Discipline Priest, it's kind of tough, like, oh man, this bull, do we make, no, we die here. Like, I saw all the people coming in, get a Radiance right into a Rapture. Like, what am I doing? Like, this is just damage waiting to happen, and I should be getting ready with my, okay, at least I did Rapture. Okay. But really nothing came of that. That's really, really bad here, yeah, right here. Missed kicks on that. Don't know the Paladin died too. Where's the Paladin? He's in a shitstorm somewhere. I think he got hit by, I don't know, Sanguine, this orange thing, I don't know. But I was actually, I thought we were going to pull through this pull. I had all my cooldowns up, but it was just so many missed interrupts and stuns on those, the Phantom Knives, I guess, so to speak. Flechette? What do you call it? Flechette, I think? Yeah, that's not like an easy pull. With less, it would have been a lot easier, but a lot of people, all Flechettes are just, a lot of people missing stuns on there, which really hurt us in the end. That's just a lot of damage. Just a lot of damage to be taken. And I don't know if it has to have a max range, I would imagine, but the range is pretty large. Oh, Tokes did it. Oh, that's right. I mildly remember. If we would have had less there, it would have been a lot easier to pull off. Those wings look pretty cool. That's a really nice trinket. That trinket probably procs, I think it has 50% uptime, like average 50% uptime on a 30-minute run. That's really good. Oh yeah, I moved. This is all gone now. My net. Do I have? I don't think I have any recordings of my latest UI. I need a Toldegore so bad. I need a 15 in time Toldegore, like. Although, and then I'll have my Keystone Master achievement. Toldegore is just delete Toldegore. If you don't know why I want Toldegore deleted, go back on my channel and watch the delete Toldegore video. It is just a plethora of just shit. It's a bad dungeon design. I don't know how they made it live in its current state and how it stays the way it is with all the bugs it has. It's unbelievable. Hopefully they never design a dungeon like that ever again. But yeah, here we're just gonna, keep pulling. keep on pulling. So this is really the play here in Motherlode, because this is kind of seen as the easier trash packs in all the this whole run, because they really just are. They're just easier to handle. Like Hollow Flechette's stun. If you can't get a stun, interrupt the poison that he applies on his daggers first, and then does the Hollow Flechette's. So that's easily handled. Interrupt the mech jockeys. Interrupt Ice Spritzer. Like, it's just easy. This little part here too is pretty easy to handle. But you'll see, like, what is it called? R&D? I forget the next section of this dungeon is called. But those mobs truck. Like, those mobs hurt. And then the last one, the very last section of this dungeon, they're not the worst, but why not get all your count where it's easier, or the majority of your count where it's easier, then do it later. So Mudload's like, last season it was pretty shitty. Mudload was pretty crap. Usually due to beguiling being the worst places. This season for Monopolist, the Awakened is so great. Just made some dungeons that were difficult into dungeons that are now seen as like easily timeable now. Atal Tsar has actually kind of been like the one dungeon that has went from almost on a tier with a freehold and an underrot to a tier with, I don't want to say as bad as King's Rest and Toldegor, but it went down in its stock value, let's put it that way. Going from up there to like Atal Tsar easy timer to fuck Atal Tsar. Like, that's what I got in my weekly key. Alright, let me see what the fixes are. All these fixes, fuck. Oh, it's fortified, shit. Or it's tyrannical. The tyrannical's not too bad in there, but the last box can be a bit of a hassle, and so can Vocal. But it's always like, there's always like something in an fix in Atal Tsar that might just give me like, ah, oh, damn it, Atal Tsar. I mean, even, let me just say Awaken, honestly. Just knowing that there is one obelisk in that crappy trash pack, which is easily doable, but it's like, you know, like that pack could go badly if it's not played properly. But yeah, this one is just like, it went from one of those Motherloads to, oh, sick Motherload, like great. I can't wait to play Motherload. The obelisk placements are very good, easy to skip, like easy to get your count where you want to get your count. It's kind of very like user friendly, I guess. It's not so linear where it's like you have to get your count from certain places and you can't really do too many skips. It's more like up to the players to decide where you get your count, which is always fun, in my opinion. I got a little lazy with my video making. This is about 2 weeks old video. It's kind of nice seeing, I guess, where, in my eyes, I guess I've grown already, to where this is something like I wouldn't actually want to watch too much, because there's no sound. The UI is really not bad, but I like my UI now. Something better, I think, in my opinion, for viewers to see like cooldowns of the party and see when people are using it. And then now, my newer videos, I'm showing like what the overall was and for every player in the run, and they're damaging and they're healing. And I'm getting better at showing that, and then also before I start the run, my talents and my gear and my Azurite traits and my Azurite my neck piece. Essences is what they're called. But it's good to have this stuff too, to learn from them, right? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. Paladin's kind of crushing it for Paladin. I can't wait to see the overall because I forgot, but it could just be I suck at Red Paladin, but I've tried it just the other day in a key, and it was tragic. It was like just as bad as when I used to play Paladin a lot in like seasons 1 and 2. And I'd usually play Red, I think, back then, because I was new to tanking. No, I would tank. I think I got asked to play Red sometimes. Man, it was like I don't know what it was. Could have been me, could have been the class, like most likely me, but it is nice. I like seeing a Red Paladin in a group that like knows how to do damage and knows how to Word of Glory. What is this guy doing? Have we lusted at all this run? Do I go over his IO? Like, what? Why have we not lusted yet? What the fuck is this guy doing? Oh man, this is a lot of fun. Good thing I use my drums. This is a lot of fun to watch. Like, holy shit, dude, what are you doing? 1865. I'm sorry, I know like 1800 is like the old 1500 almost. Granted, like back then if you had 1500, I think maybe 16 or 17 you'd have all 15s at the time. But I mean now 1800 is like 4 or 5 15s, some 14s, and like a 12 in there. Like that'll probably get 1800 score now. All of them being in time, of course. The numbers have changed. IO list has changed with the introduction of Junkyard and Workshop. But that's incredible. Like, how do you play a class and just like don't lust? Like, look at your cool 78k DPS. You probably could have like 85k if you would have lusted. The whole group would have. How bizarre. Well, that's why I bring drums, honestly. Because I care to time it too, because I am that guy who likes to chase it. Raider IO, honestly. To me, it's fun to progress a superficial leaderboard that was made up by, I don't know who made it, but it's an add-on, and it's not Blizzard. Blizzard didn't make this scoring system, but it is nice to like feel like you're progressing. To feel like I'm progressing. So yeah, like I do what I can to, I do try to play my class the best of my ability and do what I can to beat the timer. And even bring in things like the drums right there. Because we have a dumb shaman who doesn't know his class apparently. Or, I don't know, is he doing his own form of challenge? Like, I'm gonna play without lusting. I don't know. But another wisdom, or nugget of wisdom there is there are items like that that you can use to help your team and help you beat a timer. You can't, like, these are pugs. Like, I know Metro and Tokes here with Muck and Stomp. But you know these guys are going to play their classes to the best of their ability and do what they can to help the team out. But the Shop and Paladin are randoms. You can't control randoms. The only thing you can't control is yourself and what you bring and what you do to alleviate whatever shit the pug's trying to pull. Like that guy didn't want to lust. So Drum the Fury help with that. Even engineering battle res if you don't have a druid or a death knight. And am I stuck in combat? What's going on here? Interesting. Silly way. Oh. What? I don't know what was going on in my mind right there. But if you're watching this, don't make that play. What am I doing? I turned game sound. What? Interesting. What did I... Why did I turn game sound off? This is really, like, I should have fast forwarded this part of like, or edit it out, but I'm not going to. Like, what the hell was I doing? We timed this, I promise. $194K crit, bam! Those numbers are nice to see now in Shadowmend. Granted, they're buffed by an Azure trade and Essence that are no longer being in the game in Shadowlands, but maybe they'll do something to help with that. Here, I see so often, this is baitable. So he's going to do the Azure Catalyst again, right? He's going to shoot it somewhere random. That you can't control. The gun shooting you can't control, but they are fixed somehow. Like if they cast that way, they're going to cast in a sequence every time the same way if it's cast like that. So if you see it like that, and the next run you do it, it's like that again, you're going to see like the sequence of like, let's say that's A, and then you can see B, and then you can see C come out. But this here, the Propellant Blast. Everyone has to stand on the same side as a tank, honestly. Like that's just the easiest way to put it. You want to have your backs, you want to be in between the boss and the Azure Catalyst on the ground there. That way he's going to pick, because if all 5 of you are there, it's a girl, she is going to pick one of the 5 facing that way. Because he's not going to turn around and pick nothing, because that's not how the boss works. So you do that to clear that crap off the ground, and that's big time in, what the hell did that do now? Okay, that is big time in Tyrannical. This is very, very poorly played, even though it's only certified. We get through it, but it's still just like unnecessary things to work with, and this is a grievous week. Like all this extra damage is so unnecessary and easily avoidable. My DPS from 16k could have went to like 22k if I didn't have to worry about, oh crap, I gotta get some atonements out, I gotta get some healing out. I can't just spam smite like I want to. Type is pretty hard for me. As put on full display right there. What a whiff of that dude's big red button. Cool. But yeah, that boss there. So like, there's a lot of magic damage going out already. There's no reason to make it any harder because you can't find somewhere safe to stand by not doing the mechanic properly. Like that's just like the last boss in Underride. Like those two, like they're this late in the game and people still don't know how to do it. It's just mind-boggling. Well, I say like this late in the game, like this is a 16 key. Like that stuff that should be learned in like a 10. At least a 10 last season, because the 10 last season was the highest item level you get from your weekly chest, and now this season is 15, which I agree with because 10s were just too easy. 15 kind of is where I kind of agree with, and the general public kind of agrees. It's like 15 is kind of like where things start to matter a little bit more, like your spec kind of starts to matter, at least like the talents you bring. Might want to min-max a little bit more, because if not, like if no one's doing it at a 15, like everyone's playing like just suboptimal, like you'll feel the effects compared to like a 10 where everyone's playing suboptimally and you're still like two-chested it. So I think it's a very good like barrier almost to stop the bads from coming in, or I guess applying. But I like that 15 is the new high sign level for the weekly chest. What was I even going with that? I have Space Cadet. Oh yeah, I think I was talking, yeah, because people not, yeah, that's what it was. People not knowing mechanics at this key level of 16. Like, come on. But it is what it is, I guess. Keep on playing. I mean, obviously, it's put on display there. It's not 100% detrimental as the key, but it is like a wonder. If I'm playing a 16 and we just timed this thing, and now we're doing a 17, like, or I get the 17 key, do I want to bring any of these people in the group, right, outside of Metro and Tokes and Muffin stuff? Like, I know those two know the mechanics, but do I want to bring the Shaman and the Paladin? Maybe they did good DPS, but they did nothing for mechanics. A good DPS is not going to beat up mechanics in higher keys. It just won't. You being dead because you're not doing mechanics properly does not mean anything for your DPS because you'll be dead. So, something to think about, like if you're climbing this Raider IO ladder, you're climbing your keystone level and you're seeing, you're getting to those points where maybe, oh, I did this mechanic on 11 and I'm getting killed in a 13. Like, that's where you should start learning things. That way, you'll be more, if you're plugging your way, especially as a DPS player, you can plug your way up to like, hey, I did really well in this other guy's key. Maybe they'll invite me or I can say, hey, let's do the next key. And like, oh yeah, you did really good, you know, you did good DPS, you avoided mechanics. Ooh, almost sneezed there. So that's just, like, it's just being better at the game and learning and trying to be better will get you invited to keys, and if you're into it, get your IO score up. And add Battle Net friends, that's pretty big too. Was I really? Yeah. What's wrong with me? Alright, let me watch this again. I want to see. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. No, what did I get hit by? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't agree with that, but whatever. I always say, like, the safest place outside of those little AoE effects is way outside, like obviously outside of the AoE effects, because sometimes like the graphics might glitch, or the graphics only show, let's say, like a little circle, but the actual area of effect is a little bit bigger than that circle, but the graphics aren't showing it. I mean, it's all possible, right? So the best thing to do is be like obvious way outside of it, obvious place outside of the little AoE effects, and then you'll be fine. Don't worry about that type of shit. Here, shield smash, everyone's gonna take damage. I think I ramped up for it. Probably could have done a little better. It's not too bad. But shield smash, that always is AoE damage. I think it's the closer you are to the hit, the more damage goes out. So we want to ramp up for this one, and you can still hit the dude up there. You're not doing a whole lot of damage, but that's still healing. That's still healing versus doing nothing. And we got a real lust. This guy was saving it for the last boss, like we're in a classic dungeon or something. Don't know how he got to where he got to, honestly, playing like that. But yeah, so when a boss is in the air and those drill smashers are coming down, you want to ramp up for that properly. Have your atonements out, get that hit, let your shields do the work, and have your dots ready to heal immediately as soon as the hit comes in. And crossbow. Easy key, easy timer. We have to go get count. Whoops. But still easy. We pick one, nuke it down, and that's it. You know, press that Twilight Devastation button if you got it. Suppose it's RNG. They say it's RNG, but all you gotta do is make a macro like / spell name ID or whatever, Twilight Devastation, and then like :cast in parentheses all of it, and then which direction you want it to go to. And I'm just kidding, none of that is true. It is random. But it seems like sometimes it just knows when to go. Like right there. So that is it. That is a 16. That was a 16, right? That was 16. Okay. 16 plus 1 chest, mother load. Good job, all. Yeah, besides you, Shaman, you forgot the list. But he did do the second most damage. So that is that. So I go over my overalls here.
Sorry, I don't know that, but I do have
Alexa, stop. Wow, awesome. Okay, so there are my overalls. Well, 94%, and that's good uptime. But I wish I said like how long it was full for. Draconic Power, that's rank 12 or above cloak, 20% really good. Season Moments and Azure ability, that gives haste, 20% really good. Silver Catalyst, that's good, 30%, that's good. Intellect Racing Pulse is haste. Like, my setup right now, like I have a lot of secondary. Look, here's the trinket from Rathian. 19 minutes. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, my current setup right now has a lot of like boost to my secondary stats, which I really enjoy that type of gameplay. And my World Vein here, 24%. My Lifeblood, 52%. Lifeblood is the shards, like a random 1 or 2 shards come out. That's Lifeblood. The World Vein is the major power being used. But yeah, that's like this whole middle section really is just passives to my secondaries, which is awesome. Besides Lifeblood and World Vein is my Intellect, which is my major. But yeah, good uptime and all that stuff. I like seeing it. Oh man. Let me go back a little bit. Just get my. There we go. Stop it. The Shadow Mend. I was big time in Shadow Mending. Obviously, that's why I have my top heal. Well of Existence and Seed. I think it helped out for a little bit, but I probably would have got more use out of something else. But you can't really know that going into a run, especially if you're full of pugs, because you don't know if these guys, if you're not voice communication too, you don't know if these guys are going to be taking damage like a bunch of dummies. Yeah, Shadow Man is my big one there. That doesn't always happen either. Really just depends on how I'm feeling during and what happens during the run. Alright, let's see if we go over damage. Do I? No, I'm trolling. It's probably chatting away to Metro while he was streaming. Yeah, I was. Alright, Purge. Oh, get out of the way. Purge Wicked, Twilight Devastation, Smite, Penance. Yeah, those are about average. Twilight Devastation can either go up or drop depending on when it procs and if I'm lining it up properly. But usually Purge Wicked is usually my number one. But yeah, there's that. That is 16 Motherload chest, Motherload plus 1 chest. Thank you all for watching, and like always, if you guys have any questions about Discipline Priest or Mythic Plus or Motherload or priest in general. I don't really know Holy like at all. I kind of want to learn it just to be more versed as a priest in Hole. But we will see. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. I have, I think, another 3 or 4, 5, I don't really remember, but I have some other dungeons that I recorded. Just need that Toldegore, and I think I would have had, or will have, all 12? I don't know, but that is a goal. Hopefully I can reach that goal. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you again for watching this video. Take care.